You guys obviously read the title. Right now, downtown, boys are chefing it up over there. But I wanted to make a very vulnerable, real and raw video because I've been getting a lot of DMs from you guys, a lot of comments from you guys saying, man, you just being vulnerable, you being real, you being transparent has helped me so much. So yeah, I'm here, I have a fucking cigarette in my hand, I'm on the roof, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys. But let's get to the actual core of this video. My whole life, I was always just one of those guys that always wore a smile, who laughed at the jokes that were made about him, who seemed happy, and always seemed like he was in this great mood, always a great friend to be around, always someone who was just like, man, Isaiah, he's always happy. You never seen that guy sad. But at the end of the day, the reason behind that was I was ashamed. I was scared. I was terrified of people seeing me the way that I saw myself. I was terrified of people knowing how I truly felt, what was really going on through my head pretty much my whole life, because I tried to kill myself when I was 14. Tried to hang myself in my room. My stepbrother ran in. Obviously, wasn't able to go through with it. I tried to overdose 2 more times after that. And then when I was 18, 19, pretty much the whole time that I was in college, unless I was just like super geeked out of my mind on a shit ton of drugs, which I was. I've told you guys about that as well. It was always a thought in my mind to where I felt like the world would be a better place without me. I felt less than, I felt worthless. And I was diagnosed with derealization and depersonalization disorder. I put myself in a drug-induced psychosis. I fucking lost my mind. I was homeless. I've been through a lot of shit, right? I'm 21 years old. I'm about to get a fucking divorce, or in the process of getting a divorce. So yeah, I'm young, but dude, I've been through the fucking ringer. And the one thing that I wanted to focus on in this video was letting you guys know one of the biggest things that helped me overcome this depression, these suicidal thoughts, all these negative things going on in my mind. And that one simple thing, it may sound crazy, it may sound like, oh dude, no duh, but is realizing that you have the power to believe the thoughts that are going on in your mind, and on top of that, you are not your thoughts. And I'm going to elaborate on this because you guys obviously might be thinking, oh dude, what the fuck is this dude talking about? But when it comes down to it, everything that we have in our mind, and intrusive thoughts are just random, ridiculous thoughts, are like very solid proof of this. Our conscious thoughts, most of the time, is noise, right? You'll be walking around, randomly think about this, randomly think about that, think about the past, think about this. But with me specifically, I would have these thoughts to where my mind would tell me, you're worthless. You're never going to be able to get out of this. You're never going to be able to change. People are always going to view you this way. You're always going to be skinny. You're always going to hate yourself. You might as well kill yourself. The only way to get out of this is to end your life. No one would miss you if you was here. No one would care about you if you died. All of these thoughts that were going through my mind when I tried to end my life multiple times, and when I wanted to end my life so many times, were the biggest things that kept me in that hole. And on top of that, once you give into these thoughts, then it leaks into your actions. So before you know it, you're getting one little sad thought, and then you dwell on it, and then you continue to dwell on it, and then that one thought turns into multiple, and then before you know it, you're in a spiral. And then, like I said, those thoughts end up leaking out into your actions. All of a sudden, you're watching depressing content to feel less alone. You're listening to depressing music because it feels like, oh, this is what I'm feeling right now. This is what's hitting right now. And in a way, it makes you feel better in the moment, but all of these little things that you're kind of giving into is doing nothing but feeding into the identity of the person who does not love who he is and is doing terrible mentally. And I know I may sound like, my cig's out, I may sound crazy right now, and this may not make any sense, but hopefully at the end of this, it does. Because when it really comes down to it, once you're able to fully understand the power that you have in your own mind, and once you realize you have the ability to opt out of these things to change your course of thinking by just not giving in to certain things is the moment to where you change your life completely. And now, I'll give another example. I used to be really angry. I used to be really reactive. I used to be really like, oh, if something happens and I'm pissed off, I'm gonna act on it. I'm gonna fucking cuss somebody out. I'm gonna punch someone. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, I literally fucking stabbed a guy when I was in the 4th grade because he called me a midget. But anyway, before I get off track, the perfect example of this is, let's say someone says something to you and it makes you upset. And let's say your natural reaction, that unconscious trigger to leak into your conscious thoughts, into your conscious actions, tells you, oh, fuck. And then in this split second, you have the ability to let it go or to dwell on it. And this may seem like normal self-control or just like being a man or whatever it may be, but what you're really doing is training your brain to react a certain way when you feel X thing. Because our brains are machines, right? You see this with people who are addicted, or you see this with people who have, you know, issues that are constantly showing up day in and day out. Like, oh, if this person gets upset, he does this huge thing. Or if this person gets around this area, he'll do this drug. Or if this person gets around this person, they'll do this thing or they'll do that. Whatever it may be, right? But when you're able to consciously choose or decipher or move through your mind in a way to where you're the one in control of your thoughts and you choose which thoughts you allow to dwell in your mind and which ones you force to leave by just letting them be there, realizing or telling yourself, this isn't me, this isn't my thoughts, this isn't a thought that is serving me, and letting it go is a moment to where you can gain so much more power in your own mind. And that's what helped me the most, right? Now, obviously, like going to the gym, having a routine, eating healthier, all these other things help, but you can be as dialed in as you want. At the end of the day, if your thoughts or the things that are controlling you and not the other way around, you're going to be a victim to them. And I know I'm going on a ramble, just bear with me if you're still watching this, because I feel like this can help someone, even if it's just one person. Like, this is not scripted, this is just coming off of my dome, so it may be really unorganized, but I really hope that this helps. The moment that you're able to do that is the moment that you get all that power back. And with me having these depressive thoughts, suicidal ideation, or ideation, whichever one, I was in a way trapped in my own cage that I built because I continuously validated these thoughts. Every time I would have something negative come into my mind, I would basically accept that thought, dwell on it, rinse and repeat. I've been rambling in this video, bro. But I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. And like I said in the beginning of this video, this isn't going to be like the end-all be-all for your problems, but I just want you to take this one thing away. And I'll stop talking because I feel like I'm just freaking rambling. The moment that you realize, just take this away. If you don't take anything else away, you feel like, Isaiah, you've been talking about bullshit, you've been talking in circles, just take this one thing, okay? Listen up. The moment that you realize your thoughts are not your own and that you have the power to choose the thoughts that you accept in your own mind, and through that, you can build this muscle in your mind or train your mind to be more positive, more grateful, less depressed, then you'll be able to ultimately act in a better way, act in alignment with a version of yourself that does not feel that way, ultimately getting you to a much better point at the end of that. And I know it's crazy because it sounds crazy because this is such a complex topic, and I'm literally just saying, oh, bro, you know, just choose which thoughts to accept and which one to avoid. Like, it may sound like super surface level shit, but next time you feel the urge to put yourself in a hole and to give into those old habits, to do the drug, to watch the pornography, to call up that girl, to do anything that you usually would do that's keeping you stuck in the same spot that you've been in for so long, consciously choose the better option. Don't turn on the fucking depressing song. Don't call up your ex-girlfriend. Don't call up some whatever it may be. Don't fucking smoke the weed. Don't go out and drink your problems away. Sit down without your phone, without anything distracting you. Allow your thoughts to run and practice not clinging on to them and just observing them. And then you do that long enough, you eventually will build the ability to basically set the way that you feel in your mind almost indefinitely. And yeah, I feel like I just feel like I'm just fucking talking, but I want you guys to understand this. I hope this is helping, guys. I hope this makes sense because, dude, there's so much that I want to say. I just don't know how to say it. Maybe I'll remake this video and maybe script it out so like I can actually get my thoughts across the way that I want to. But at the end of the day, I just want you guys to take that away. That one thing, I know I've been rambling a ton. You guys are probably like, bro, Isaiah, shut the fuck up, bro. Your last video was good. What the fuck is this? But this view is sick. This view's fucking sick. That's super off topic. But anyway, bro, remember, you're not alone in this. I've been exactly where you are, if not worse. It will get better. You do have power in your own mind, your own life. And you're not going to feel like this forever as long as you show up and you allow yourself to, yes, feel the emotion, but you don't become a victim to the constant cycle, the constant battle, the constant cage that you put yourself in and day out. I hope that makes sense. You guys can see in my face, I'm like trying to articulate this the right way, but I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah, hope this helps you guys. Join my community if you want. It'll be in my comments. If not, all good. I'll see you guys in the next one.